Intermittent fasting can definitely be full on, but it's possible. In this video, I'll show you how I hold on to my intermittent fasting commitment despite a very busy work schedule on running my own business on a full-on working week as a single mom. I would expose my cheat codes, my always available meal at home before I figure out what I need to do. I will also share some foods that I make sure that I get to buy in the shops whenever we do the groceries. And it's not fruits. I will explain how I go about not wanting to use the fridge at work and keeping on to my intermittent fasting schedule. I will also expose how I make sure that my cooking time stays between 15 minutes or less during the week. I will still have very delicious meals. On days when I wake up and I already feel like breaking my fast, I'll expose what I do to maintain the momentum. Now to the video. I'll give you a bonus if you watch till the end of the video, a template that you can work with. It's easily adaptable, very flexible to ensure that you get delicious nutrient-filled meal and you stay full for the longest time ever. My intermittent fasting hours is typically 16 to 8. I have tried 20 to 4 and I found that when I do the 20 to 4, that's when I would usually shift my weight. However, looking through research has shown just one documentation of increased cardiac risk and diseases in the 20 to 4 hour range. So 20 to 4 means I will fast for 20 hours and eat within 4 hours. How I typically achieve this is I would have my meals between 1 p.m. 5 p.m. 1 p.m. would be my lunch at work. Typically by 5 p.m. I'm home. I would have what I have already pre-planned to have as my meal that day. My goal is not to lose weight anymore. I've tried this for so long and I'm not shifting my weight despite not eating a lot. So I've decided to eat wisely, eat well for my own body. If I lose weight along the line, great. My attention is now to build muscle and I eat with that at the back of my mind. Number one thing I try to do is ensure that I have shopped with intermittent fasting whilst doing my groceries. Typically, I would want to have a lot of protein in the shop, fish and chicken. Chicken, I just do the rotisserie chicken. You find it in Costco, any shop, and they're usually very cheap. One of those is I tried to buy the fresh ones. When I saw the price of the chicken, and I thought about the work behind it, was unbelievable the speed at which I dropped it. Number two is that I batch cook a lot. I have food cooked in batches and I usually would have proper meal cooked and portioned for me to have on days when I can't cook anything from scratch or I'm too tired. My batch meal food would be my steamed vegetables. I would buy a frozen pack of vegetables from my typical shop, which is Food Basics, and I would fry it up in some or steam it up with some oil, coconut oil, seed oils. They are disruptive for your body. I'll use some coconut oil to steam it up and I can have that with my rotisserie chicken. When I want to have fish, I'll batch cook my fish and make the fish ready. It just needs to be warmed up and eaten. So I could grill it or bake it or steam it, whatever type of fish I want to have. Sometimes I make a one-pot dish with my chicken and my steamed vegetables. That way it's pretty easy, good to go. This has come with a lot of experience and this is my own experience. When I have a hot meal, a chewy food would be like my chicken, something I need to chew on, my mouth is full, or a handful of nuts. I can have anything else as protein or veg for the day and I would feel like I've had a good day. I've noticed in the past that once I don't have anything hot, if I did all my meals as cold, I kind of feel like I'm missing something. So I prepare my meals based on these three things. Hot, I want to have a meal that is chewy as well, or have something chewy like I've explained, and then I will want to have something with a bit of spice in it. There are certain days that I'm already feeling overwhelmed at the beginning of the day, so I would make sure that I have warmed up some protein that I would snack on when I get to work, and just wrap it up in a cling film or my lunch bowl. That way I avoid using the fridge, and I would ensure that I have it as soon as possible. I won't lie, there are days when I wake up with a grueling hunger in my tummy. I already feel like I can't do this. On those days, I just drive myself to the Tim Hortons or any coffee shop around me, get myself a large cup of coffee, and hang on, I'll show you my cup. Believe it or not, this is my cup, and I will get that done as a refill. I'll have some water in it, so when they're refilling it, it will give me a large cup of coffee. And I will usually ask for 3 oat milk. I don't break my head if I can't start the day without it. I just have my coffee and carry on with the fasting. It's no longer fasting at that point, right? You've had some milk, but that's how I get on with that, those kind of days. I'd like to hear what you do. I have noticed that I've gotten eating. You have got hunger times, like when your hunger is at maximum. Mine is 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. How I use this is I ensure that an hour before that time, I have already pre-planned and prepared what I'm going to eat. And that way I can stay with what I want to have for food. One cheat food I'm learning to incorporate into my intermittent fasting life is very dark chocolate. I mean, like at least 70% of very, very dark chocolate, not milk chocolate. So on days when I could not even do anything and I know I might not have the time to get out from a meeting or get some time to go and grab something in the shops, I just ensure that I have a bar of chocolate in my bag. That way I could snack on the chocolate. It leaves you very full, and I could have a hot black tea with it and I'll be fine. I would love to know how you manage days where you have next to no lunch breaks. This is one bonus for I have used, and you can also use too. Hot drinks kind of help me quell my hunger pangs. It has to be hot. So it could be hot black tea. It could be hot black coffee. As soon as I crave one of those drinks, I will try to have it. If you're at work and you've got a dispensable machine, the water dispensers, they usually have got water dispensers at work, and you can just take a tea bag with you and have your black tea, and you feel full, your hunger pang will be quelled. And I don't know, I think it's that heat for me that kind of deceives my mind that I'm eating something or I'm having a meal, and so I just carry on. There is a lot of data I must mention that supports electrolytes during your fasting window. In your huge cup of water, you could add a sprinkle of salt in it, and that might just help you stay less fatigue. For that bonus, I promise to keep you full all the time. Protein, lots of it. Vegetables, lots of it. And then you could have a sprinkle of olive oil on it, or any of those healthy oils or healthy foods that are fatty. Avocados as well. But you have to be careful with avocados because they pack a punch of calories. If you have a meal properly balanced with more protein, more veg, so your veg will be the most portion, your protein will be the next to the most, and or depends on how hungry you are, and your fat will be the least thing. Sprinkle on it. You could stay at least 8 hours on that meal once it has all of this properties in it. Subscribe if you try any of this. So there you have it. Hit subscribe if you want to have more of this useful videos to help you stay focused on your goal.